Hello Internet. Let's see what's on the agenda for today, shall we? 7 facts about me. Nope. So I was tagged not too long ago by Mr. Heavyhand to do a 7 facts about me video. And this is it. I was originally not going to do this properly. I was just going to get drunk off my arse and spew words at the camera and then just cut them up and pretend they were facts. Just any number of them. Up to like 30R. Fact number 30R. But, you know. Alright, let's do this. I have never owned, or indeed worn, a onesie. Until now. 1 second. That's enough of that. I may have a bit of a problem. As a child and a young man, I went to private school. That's primary and secondary. Now the overwhelming response I usually get when I tell people this fact is, oh, but you're not a dick. Some of you may disagree with that. To which I have to say, thanks? The thing is, there are often a lot of misconceptions about private school. People often think that it's very Dead Poet Society. Oh, Captain, my Captain! Oh, get off the table, you dickhead! And it is, in that the teachers make you want to kill yourself. The thing is, though, everyone thinks it's all smart, rich people, all hoity-toity and I'm better than you. And it's really not. It's just like any other school. There are good people, there are dicks. And if anything, everyone's a lot dumber because the only test they had to pass to get in is whether their parents could afford the fees. So those of you that feel like people like me got a better education than you are missing out. I am painfully indecisive. I don't know what it is. I struggle to make decisions quite a lot of the time. Even very simple ones seem to evade me quite a lot. I think a lot of the time, though, it's very dependent on what's being asked of me. If it's a situation with huge scope, I tend to be overwhelmed by all the different scenarios and options available to me. I remember one very vivid example when my mother asked me, "What do you want to do today?" I remember trying to explain to her how difficult a question that is to me because it's so open-ended. I was saying to her how that question conjures all sorts of different situations for me. Some I don't even like doing but just pop into my head. And then to be able to narrow that down is nearly impossible because new situations keep popping up every second. Needless to say, my mother looked at me like I was fucking mental, and not much has changed since then. I have an unusually stretchy face. Now, that's not a boast or anything, it's just something I've observed. People, once they get a hold of how malleable my face is, they become enthralled and start tugging on it while I just sit there bored. It's really quite disconcerting, but it's a fact. I tend to pepper my language in everyday conversation with foreign words, usually French or Spanish. I don't really know how it came about. It's not a conscious thing, it just sort of happened. Words like bonjour, merci, madre, padre, que, just simple things. Every so often I'll just be talking and then I'll just throw out a foreign word for no reason. On the whole it's fine, but sometimes I'll say it to someone who understands the language that I'm speaking and it triggers something. Suddenly they're like, oh, you speak French or you speak Spanish, and then they start conversing with me in that language. Oh, habla español. No. Hablo español un poco y muy malo. Ah, no, es muy bueno. And then they spout off, start going off on one. And I'm just like, no comprendo. And yet I haven't learned my lesson. I have a great deal of difficulty being serious. Very early on I adopted humour as a defence mechanism in many social situations, and it's been very hard to shake it off. This isn't so bad a lot of the time, but it does tend to cause some problems. As I may have mentioned before, my humour is quite dry and abrasive. Like an emery board. Or my girlfriend's cooking. I'm kidding. I don't have a girlfriend. Truthfully, I just didn't want to mention my mum again. Anyway, that type of humour tends to go down like a lead balloon with a lot of people. I guess it's somewhat subtle and nuanced, and it can go over your head if you're not careful. For an example situation, someone might ask me to pass them something that they can't reach, and I'll just sit there, do nothing and go, no. Fully intending to get up and do it, but I just think it's funnier to say the opposite of what I'm going to do. Trouble is, sometimes then they think that's sincere, and then they get up and get it for themselves, and then I'm left there like, oh, well, I was going to do that, but now you've done it. So, and they're thinking, what a dick. So that was my 7 facts video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, maybe give it a thumbs up or hit subscribe to keep up to date with the rest of my videos. As custom dictates, I must now tag some people to share my fate. To that end, I choose Jimmy Nichols because revenge is a dish best served at the nearest opportunity. Dane Cobain with his cool name. And Brianna is excessively verbose. I mean, Brie talks too much. The ball is now in your court, guys. Everyone else, I'll see you later.